will go to something a little bit more tangible here because we can talk playoff and all sorts of speculation forever, and I'm certainly the king of that. Chris Harris jumps on here with some thoughts about Binjimen Victor. Again, that's always a difficult first name to get. I always screw it up, and I know Chris did right here, but you're good, Chris. I can't spell Binjimen either. I got to look it up every time I put it in a tag on a video. Anyway, so anyone who wants to take off on a Binjimen Victor, the possible breakout, we've expected a lot from him. I still hearken back to him being the one guy who, I'm not going to say gave hope in the second half against Clemson, but he got a pass interference. He caught a ball downfield. It was like, okay, here's a guy that we should have seen earlier. He's burning the Clemson defense. Maybe we can do something here. Binjimen Victor, Kevin.
Consistency. He makes the play against Penn State. He drops an easy one against Michigan. We had an opportunity to talk to him here recently, and he knows the rap against him. He knows that that's there, but recognizing that and being able to climb that hurdle are two different things. The Buckeyes are going to need a lot out of him. I mean, obviously with KJ Hill, you have Austin Mack coming back, even though he's been a little dinged up. They're going to need him. He does have that ideal height. He just can't put on weight. That's just his metabolism. When we covered him in high school during the recruiting trail, it was like, well, give him a year or two under Mick. Let him get, 3 squares a day plus unlimited NC2A snacks. He'll fill out. He's just not going to fill out. That's just who he is. We should all be that lucky to be able to have that fast metabolism. But, the truth of the matter is I think this is going to be a good year for him. I think that, he recognizes, that there's not a lot of opportunities left. He's getting down to a finite amount of games that are left in his collegiate career, and he's going to need to show some more consistency to have with that tape to be able to get that invite to the combine and, maybe have an opportunity to go to the next level because, right now at this point, the consistency really is an issue. And that, that does raise a bit of a red flag of, is it a work issue? Is it just is it a development issue? Where is that coming from? But I think 2019 is going to be a big year for Ben Victor.
The other thing you have to remember about these outside receivers, all of the receivers for Ohio State, is they split reps. They rotate 6 guys. So you have to basically double their stats to get a relative number for them. And I don't know what the outside guys like Binjimen Victor, he's an X. What would he top out at? Maybe 40 catches is what you can hope for from an outside receiver at Ohio State. Maybe it changes in Ryan Day's offense. Under Urban Meyer, it was the X. Last year Paris had 90 and KJ Hill had 70, I think. Whereas the outside guys, maybe 25, 35 in there. Does that increase more with Ben Victor? And even if it does, what's he looking at? 440 catches for 600 yards maxed out. So you look at what they produce and then double it. And then you maybe are like, you know what? This is actually a better year than I thought because he produced 40 catches in half the amount of snaps.